Okay, we got ourselves an open letter from Fatshark, kind of giving us at least an idea of what's to come and sort of some overall updates from Fatshark. I'm coming off the end of a live stream here, so we're doing this with an actual webcam. Don't usually do these things. If you clicked onto this video hoping to get news of stuff that's coming, there is no real news aside from the fact that the stuff they're working on is the crafting system, a more rewarding progression loop, and game stability as well as performance. Catfish, the new community manager, has said that we will be getting a hotfix patch this week. That is the news. If that's all you wanted to know, you do not care about my opinions on the open letter, you should feel free to shut the video down, go ahead and head on out. But before you do, please do not forget to like, comment, and or subscribe. Any one of the three of those things does help me out a lot, and any content creator you watch, it does help them out a lot. Also, if you are seeing this webcam, it's because I'm coming off of a live stream, like I said, so you can head on over to Twitch/ItalianSpartacus and follow me on Twitch to watch Darktide streams every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But let's get into this open letter and talk about my overall thoughts on it, what it says, and talk about it to some stuff that's hopefully coming with Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. So let's look at the open letter. We're going to zoom on in here so you can see a good look at it if you're watching on mobile or what have you. You can see my beautiful head too. So, open letter to our players. We take enormous pride in our ability at Fatshark to deliver a game that millions can enjoy. This is what we set out to do with Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, to create a highly engaging and stable game with a level of depth that keeps you playing for weeks, not hours. We fell short of meeting those expectations though. Over the next few months, our sole focus is to address the feedback that many of you have. In particular, we will focus on delivering a complete crafting system, a more rewarding progression loop, and continue to work on game stability and performance optimization. This also means that we will delay our seasonal content rollout and the Xbox Series X as well as S launch. We will also suspend the upcoming releases of premium cosmetics. We just couldn't continue down this path, knowing that we have not addressed many feedback areas in the game today. Thank you for playing and providing feedback. We really appreciate it. It has and will continue to help shape the game we love. Martin Wooland, CEO and co-founder of Fatshark. So, here's my take on this letter. And again, I'm not anyone of any kind of import, right? I'm just a guy who has got a YouTube channel, so who cares really? But I think this is a really good letter. And I think that this letter is a great way to kind of start the year off. I do not think this is an amazing letter written at this point in the game. I'd rather have just gotten a community update today, or a community update tomorrow, or a concrete statement saying, hey, community update's coming tomorrow, and have this be in the community update. I think making the open letter and then the community update and then the eventual patch kind of adds a flurry of communication when we were starving for communication for about a month and a half. I can completely understand that we went through the holiday season into Christmas, and Fatshark does deserve to have a holiday, just like any other working professional should. I think that this open letter could have been a better open letter addressed earlier in the year, in the first or second week of January, when they knew they probably weren't going to be pushing out any community updates or patches, and there was a lot of clamor over the fact that certain things were broken and the crafting system wasn't in the game and what have you. And this letter wouldn't have need to have come from an apologetic stance. It could have come from a very hype-inducing, very exciting stance of saying, hey, we see what you guys have said. We're responding in kind. Everyone's coming back to the office, and here are some of the things that we're really going to be hitting. We're pivoting our development based off of what you said, and we're really going to hit these three things, just like they've done in this letter already, but it's coming from like an ask for forgiveness style of approach versus like a, hey, be excited because this next year is going to be awesome for Darktide. So I think that this communication, while great to see, is a little too late in the game. At this point now, a week before the end of the month, coming into February, I would just want to see action. The letter, great to see. It's cool to see we're getting communication from the CEO, but I would like to have said, like I said, earlier in the year. And I think had they just done that, had they just kind of said like, hey, here's the groundwork for what we're going to be doing, here's your expectations, it just would have quelled a lot of the general anger and discontent. I feel like at this point now, did this open letter come out because there's a 35% rating on Steam? Is this a genuine open letter trying to show concern about the future of the game? Because a lot of people have said this game is a flop. This game's never going to go anywhere. Sorry, this game is dead. Why are you keeping this game? It's not going to go or do anything. And maybe that's why this letter is coming to us now. I think that that is kind of the bigger problem here with this open letter, is that it just kind of, it misses the beat. And it feels kind of removed from the conversations that seem to be going on with the Discord, with the Reddit, and with the forums, which is just simply like, okay, yeah, just provide for us. Give us what you said you wanted, you were going to deliver. And again, a community update would have been a better served, quote unquote, open letter. And I think another big problem I have with this, and okay, in particular, we will focus on delivering a complete crafting system. Hell yeah. A more rewarding progression loop. Sick. Hope that includes a scoreboard. I know a lot of people want that so they can test their builds. And continue to work on game stability and performance optimizations. Again, awesome. I don't really have stability and performance as much as I did in the beginning. That's kind of quelled for me, but stoked to see it. This also means that we will delay our seasonal content rollout in the Xbox Series X and S launches. I didn't realize there was such a huge console base for this game, so that's kind of going to be very unfortunate for those people. And delaying seasonal content rollout does kind of not feel awesome, but I understand what they're saying here. Like, you know, we can't provide more content for you if we're trying to develop to fix the boat as it is. But with that being said, focus on delivering a complete crafting system and diverting the seasonal content rollout seems to be counterintuitive to what was promised back in, I think, the initial launch, right? Saying like, hey, we intend to have the crafting system done by the end of the year. So why would that then push everything else back? And that's kind of a weird sideways step. And on top of it, we will also suspend the upcoming release of premium cosmetics. I know when the game first came out, people had a very hot take on that. You know what? I don't want those premium cosmetics. The premium cosmetics are strictly cosmetics. They don't affect the game. So they're already done. They're already part of a system that works, unfortunately. Just keep rolling them out. I think that to delay those kind of almost feels like a punishment in the sense that, okay, we can't actually take advantage of those premium cosmetics. Any new ones, which are already done, they've already been leaked. We've already seen some of the really sick ones that are coming. Let us at least take advantage of those that are still playing heavily and enjoying the gameplay loop, or really just kind of already sold into the gameplay loop in a 100% way. Let us at least tap into those premium cosmetics that exist. I can understand the optics of it. Like, hey, you know what? The game's not where we said it would be at this point, so we're not going to try to scalp money. We don't want that kind of image. But I think I think the easiest way is like a big apology would be release premium cosmetics as intended, and just give everyone like 1,000, 2,000, 2,400 maybe exactly Aquila. That is a free currency. It's not based off of anything. It's not an actual lost product for giving that away. And it galvanizes people typically to buy things that above that, right? Like if you gave someone 2,000 currency, they're going to buy the gap for the 400, but they're going to buy higher, right? So they're going to buy enough to cover the premium cosmetic that they want, the set that they want, plus something else. And that's typically how usually dollar off things or free gift cards work, right? Like, hey, it's $10 off this purchase. Well, I'm going to buy something to compensate for that $10, and usually comes right back to the seller in some way, shape, or form. $50 gift card with your purchase. Well, I'm going to go buy something for $100 to make it $50 off. So I think that would probably have been a better approach than outright suspending the premium cosmetics, because at this point, like for myself, I was looking forward to the premium cosmetics now at this point, because I'm like, well, I know it's something that's going to be there and it's not coming, and I don't know when that next patch is coming. Well, spoiler alert, hint. Catfish did say that they're doing a hot fix patch for this week to address a lot of the broken issues. I don't know if that means a bunch of feats to be fixed. I don't know if it's specific smaller hot fixes. I don't know if that includes the Thunderhammer patch note that was wiped away from the previous one and didn't make it into the build. It's hard to say what this includes unless we had a community update, which again reinforces my point that this open letter could just been at the bottom, or it could have preceded or proceeded the actual community update as far as the text within that update. Hey, guys, before we get started on the actual update and what's coming with the patch, here is an open letter from our CEO and co-founder to kind of talk about how we are viewing things going forward. I think if that was the approach, this would have been a much stronger open letter. But I think with the bitter taste that a lot of people have in their mouths, this open letter just kind of creates a lot of, okay, well, when are we going to see some action behind this? So still very excited for Darktide. Like, despite the fact that I have somewhat of a kind of a negative opinion on here, I still am really stoked for a complete crafting system. I'm absolutely excited for what a more rewarding progression loop looks like. And optimization performance is going to just always be a better thing. So very excited for the future of Darktide. Very excited for whatever additional subclasses and expansions on those subclasses that we get in the future, and all sorts of other stuff. Just would like to see that starting to happen, or at least a community update. Hopefully this video will go live, and then tomorrow I'll have another video up covering the community update, whatever the hell it is. But go ahead and let me know in the comment section below how you guys are feeling about it. I'm going to put a poll up. It's a straw poll. Just go ahead and answer the poll, yes or no. Basically, I just want to get an idea of what you guys feel like with the premium cosmetics. Do you think that they should have, or they should not have, or should have suspended the premium cosmetic releases? I know that it's not a yes or no answer. There is gray area. People probably want compensation for it, or whatever it is. I just want to see genuinely, would you have still cared about that? Until the next patch or whatnot. Because again, like, I'm really excited for like that one Ogren cosmetic that looks like a dwarf, where he's got like plate armor and a hood, or the Zealot one where she's got a big old like eagle thing coming out of her arm, or Deathcore of Krieg, whatever. Like there are so many premium cosmetics I'm so excited for that we've seen from the leak, or just ones that I have in my brain that I just cannot wait for. So it's just another bit of content I'm very excited for with Darktide. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Have a good one and take care.